chain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Play Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, and for some reason the charts change,
Little trade another day.
and tomorrow I'm the biggest bear out there, so be it.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Live to trade another day. Live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Is it the bottom yet? I'm trying to buy up everything. Not gonna get upset. Just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future. Up early just like a rooster. Eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do. Buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dive in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna. Cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams. Wake up and mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Don't be scared, G. Like paid in full, get your bread.
Yes, sir.
Big.
Good morning, good morning.
Full of crypto, yeah, Big Lebowski.
How we doing, guys? How we doing? Scared money don't make no money. That's how it is, man. It's facts. It's just facts. It is facts. It is facts. All right. Hope everyone's well. Good morning. Let's get it. Today is an important day, actually. Today is, believe it or not, FOMC day, right? FOMC day, not till, of course, later in the night here, but FOMC day, big day here in the markets. And kind of what the markets have been trying to price in and trade around this week, because this is going to affect a few stuff, FOMC. And what it's going to affect is basically the Fed went on since September. Since September, the Fed went on a rate reduction cycle. So every single FOMC meeting, they were reducing rates, okay? And that was kind of their plan, and that was the way they were running things, reducing rates, okay? Then what did we see happen? We basically saw the Fed say, okay, look, inflation is becoming a little bit of an issue, okay? We're seeing inflation become a bit of an issue. We're seeing it tick up a little bit, but job market is still strong. So what is that going to allow us to do? It's going to allow us to keep interest rates higher for longer. So this FOMC, we're going to decide to hold rates higher for longer, okay? Because of even Trump's policies being pro-inflationary. So keeping rates higher for longer initially should be a buy the rumor, sell the event, because what are we seeing on dollar? Well, we're seeing on dollar, by the way, have you guys noticed Tradingview changed their color? This used to be black. Now they've gone, it's made it like a little bit of a brown tint. Have you guys noticed that? I can't change it. I actually prefer black, but it's not bad. This is quite nice, but you know, just need to, it's like a new haircut. Need to get used to it. So if we see, you just ruined my day, it sucks. Make you notice now, right? You're like, shit, I didn't notice that, now I noticed. You can't change it as well. I checked the settings. They changed their logo as well. Oh, really? We won't see that. Maybe up here. No, it looks the same on the browser one. But we can see, let's go on a proper time frame here. We can see ahead of this news here. Okay, ahead of this news, obviously we've been pricing that in, and now we see some dollar weakness. So if rates come the same, do we see a little bit of excitement, a little spike come out? Or do we see the dollar start to condition down to lower levels? Ultimately, I expect this dollar pullback here. So FOMC news keeping rates will kind of see a little bit of a bounce maybe temporarily, and then be buy the rumor, sell the news type event. If for some reason they reduce interest rates, which I don't expect this, I would be very surprised if they do it, reduce interest rates, you will definitely see a big dump here in dollar. Everything against dollar is going to have a massive bounce. Gold's going to have a massive bounce. Everything's going to bounce if we see that, but that's an unlikely case. For the speeches, I don't expect them to say much in the press conference. I expect them to allow the market to make assumptions of the path of the Fed. As there's nothing really majorly changed. They're just going to be a bit of, if this happens then that, if that happens then this, right? Which is not really helpful for traders, but the traders are the ones who are going to make the decision, right? So yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward, to be honest, in terms of what's happening. I expect them to keep the rates the same, and that's it. In terms of London session, we don't have any news here. We are clean for London session. A bit of CAD news during NY, and then of course at 6 o'clock we have Bailey speaking for the GBP here, which is going to be drastically important for the GBP. So let's go ahead and do the analysis on the GBP while we're speaking on that subject. Start off on the daily time frame. Previous daily is successfully creating a support above this daily zone here. So we are creating a higher low for the moment here. 4 hour is closing bearish and breaking structure. So it's a very interesting close we've got. 4 hour can bring back up to here. Very interesting close, because this close is like daily created a solid support, but 4 hour created a resistance, and that resistance is doing what? It's closing below. So it's a mixed buy session. The buys don't really have much clean range. We're stuck at 4 hour resistances all above head. So it's actually a very interesting spot for us to be at. And I'm quite interested to see how price reacts around this zone. So we have this 4 hour resistance here. And honestly, we should be marking this whole zone here. I'm just going to put a line to see if this is anything on lower time frame. We seem to not be caring too much about this old resistance here. We have a little bit of a 15 here, which would be first. So with it being mixed bias, no bottom wick on this candle, change of structure here, price may be leaving this previous range, right? Because now we're back inside of the range. If price can leave this previous range, this is where sells could make sense. Back down to test here before further buys. For the buys at the moment, I mean, your buys would be very, very tight. They would be from here to here, about 11 pips, and then see if we continue. But we need structure first. So before I consider buys, I need to see structure form. Once structure forms, then I can look for those buys, right? There's bottom wick on 4 hour, just for your information. Okay, fair enough. But still not going to change that plan. Even though there is one, it's kind of still with that plan. The buys is still going to be difficult here. So if we're going to go look at gold here, on the other hand, gold had a very nice rally yesterday. Where's all my drawings gone? Oh, I guess it's nice rally yesterday on gold here, moving clean towards the upside. There's about 2 options on gold. I would say it was pretty tough. This was a bit of news when this candle came. This was an option setup 3. One more option was this, but if I took this one, this was quite some difficulty here. There was some what's this called? Everyone writing DAX in chat, just relax for a minute, because it's not even time for me to trade DAX. Spread is still high. So if you trade DAX early and you can deal with the larger spread, then deal with it. But you know, it's not in my plan for that. So even if it pushes, it's not something I'm willing to take, because it's just not something tested. So if I run that 100 times, it will probably be losing. So don't worry about that. Don't need to panic. So looking at gold here, on the other hand, looking at gold yesterday, this option here was quite tricky because it came down quite a few times to entry, even though in hindsight it looks good. But honestly, maybe this wick here would have actually probably got me BE. This second option here would have been the option above 2750 with 5-minute structure in there, if you look perfect. So that would have been kind of the only options there. And then anything after that's late. Anything after that's late in the move. Even this is arguably late, but you're relying on key level and volume. So now where have we led? Well, we led up here to the top of the range. 4 hour has created a resistance here, like we can see. Let's draw a line to prove that. Put that 4 hour resistance. And we can see that we're at resistance here. So potentially we could see a pullback over London. Daily resistance up here with the gap. Remember we had that gap. So we could see some downside moves here. Issue is on 15, we start to create a lot of support. Our next support zone is here. So a close below here could open the door to some sells. Let's see what it says on 30. 30 has the support a little bit lower. This is the problem. This is a pretty messy way we chopped up here. So we don't know. You can see how price is reacting off these supports. And that reaction can stop you out. Because you can see we tapped the support down here. Okay, and this is what people won't notice. So we tapped the support, even though it's just a small support. But look at the reaction that happened after tapping. Next candle closed with a rejection, and then this candle, look at it. This is like, if you had your stop loss here, I mean, the odd one that grabs liquidity is gonna stop you out. So that's what you have to understand. That went like about 90% towards the previous candle high. So you need something you need to keep in mind. 1 hour is very clean. So if we create 1 hour structure and close below in 1 hour structure, makes total sense based on 1 hour. But it's also rare to see price go up, zigzag down, zigzag, go back down, then go back up, then go back down. So it might want to put in eventually a higher low and then try a little bit higher towards that daily resistance. So we're going to see how price action forms, and then we're going to adapt towards that. Maybe see if we can take something similar to yesterday, and then take it from there. So now if we're looking at DAX, I know everyone's looking for DAX here. DAX is at all-time highs. It has made a new all-time high here. Now this is a nice close here, very, very classic 15-minute breakout close here. I've rarely seen DAX breakout at this time. Never have I tested DAX breaking out at this time, as this is not a time I trade DAX. Yes, it is valid, obviously, as a setup, breaking the highs here. But as an overall probabilities, I could not tell you. You are taking a gamble there, and you're going to be triggered maybe somewhere up here, which is not going to matter too much if price does go, but it's something you have to take into consideration because the market is not open yet, right? Frankfurt is not open yet, so we need to wait for Frankfurt open. This 30-minute has no bottom wick here. Like to see how that looks on broker. Where is my broker? Let's open it. Let's see how that looks on broker. Yeah, same, no bottom wick on broker. So that is a threat for me, especially with a rejection wick. You know, and this gives me more reason to be cautious and wait the 10 minutes, right? And wait the 10 minutes and follow my original plan. But it's all up to your risk tolerance. If it wants to go, it can go. I'm not going to put myself in a position I don't know. But in saying that, with a kind of intraday idea, meaning you put stop loss below the actual structural point, it could make sense. The only issue with that is you're buying the highs, but you know, at the end of the day, it could pay off if price just wants to go. Those are the options, right? If price wants to break out. How much do I trust this breakout? If it breaks out now, I don't trust. I actually expect this to be a fake out. If it happens in the next 10 minutes and we see a big push up, I'm not looking to continue that push. I'm actually looking to catch a reversal on that push. Let me show you why. The reason why is that, first of all, we never closed above daily resistance. This is a key point, okay? Every time we don't close above daily resistance, we can get some sort of rejections. Second thing is, after we have a big push, 7 candles plus, and we form a daily resistance, okay? Such as this, right? You can see 7 candles. We form a daily resistance, same like this. We form a rejection wick. This one even closed above. Look what happens when we left all-time high. All-time high pushed about 50 points and reversed. And let's go and do some more homework and see what time the breakout was. This is going to give us even more information here. So the breakout here was, and if this ends up being the same time, this is going to be nuts. The breakout was 12, London Open. Okay, fair enough. So this would be valid, London Open. Valid, but look, it eventually ended up faking out. But it gave you 50-point push. And this is my point. Like, to be honest, I'll be looking to secure as fast as possible. Okay, because we see this happen again and again and again. Like, I can go back and show you a few more examples. So that's one example where it happened here. Let's go find a high again where it happened. Now this one is not the same because next daily tried to create support, but it eventually failed. I'm trying to find where we have the exact, where we come up, make a support, get to daily resistance and fail. This one retested daily resistance, not really the same. Let's go see if we can find another example of this happening at an all-time high. This one here ended up faking out, so we create a good consolidation. We close above, ended up faking out, but this is not all-time high, you know. This is another example after a long form consolidation. If we investigate this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 candles here. Daily pullback, had some extension, but again, not all-time high. This should be all-time high. So this was a double one. So the first one that got above, so we had our push, failed, then the second one went. So it took a second liquidity grab, then it went. So you can see when we get our first daily pullback, it's 50-50. If we look at preliminary data here, it's 50-50 so far. So we would need to see how price exactly forms. And I'm waiting personally for Frankfurt here in about 7 minutes. If it goes, it goes. It's not going to bother me. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I just feel like I'm following my plan. So that's about it. And yeah, pretty simple, to be honest. Pretty simple what I'm looking for. And that's it. So breakouts will be an option here. Continuation will be an option. If it fakes out, that's going to be it. You're just going to lose the trade again. And you give it a shot. You don't know when DAX is at these highs without a significant daily pullback. We have had a nice daily pullback here. We finally have daily structure, but no daily close above. That no daily close above is a threat. It's a threat. Likewise with 4-hour candle, right? 4-hour candle, no 4-hour candle close above as well. So it's a threat, right? Because technically bias is actually mixed. Even though we're breaking highs, but technically you know, it's not a bullish candle close above, right? So we have no breakout confirmation, and this is all a threat. So this is where I see people rush into positions. If you look at the whole move up, go and check every single breakout that we took that won was because we had a 4-hour candle closing bullish or above, one or the other. You know, so this is going to be very, very important here. Now, although this is a very weak bullish candle closure, it's not going to put me off taking the buys. It definitely is going to give me some concern that there's no higher time frame breakout. Essentially, higher time frame still at resistance for another 3 hours till we get a confirmation above. We don't even have a 1-hour close above, right? We don't even have a 30-minute close above. The only candle we have closing above is one 15-minute candle. So without the daily closing above, without the 4-hour closing above, without the 1-hour closing above, without the 30-minute closing above, 115 is going to make you FOMO in. And now you start to dissect this and realize, even if it won today, it's not the best trade. Because, okay, you look how many counterparties you have towards that, right? Daily didn't close above, 4-hour didn't close above, 1-hour didn't close above. You need to have that confirmation, right? Otherwise, this will end up being one higher time frame fake out, and everyone will be like, how the shit did this happen? You know, like, no way, this is just BS. No, it's not BS. The chart told you. You just needed to do the analysis, right? Make sure you are analyzing properly and trading in what you know. So 5 minute here, this wick. See where this wick, oh, it's even a 1 minute just left a wick like that. So yeah, we'll see how this candle closes here in 4 minutes around. And in 4 minutes, we will also have the 1-hour candle potentially closing above. If the 1-hour candle does not close above, makes it hard for buys. Not hard, but it makes it harder because we lose that confirmation. And that's about it. That's about it for the analysis here. So hope you guys enjoyed the analysis and understand about really taking time to investigate your trades before taking them. And make sure to, you know, analyze the charts. Very, very important. Otherwise, FOMO gonna get the best of you and then you lose very quickly like this. And only after you realize, but by the time you realize, it's too late. So I always say to people, you're better off missing a position that you are rushing into than rushing into it and losing. Because to miss out on a position, you only gain education and confirmation. But when you lose money and you break your plan. So think about it. Long term, what's better? Like I always, that's a very important thing. Like long term, if you see a position and you think it makes sense and you haven't done your analysis and it's early, just sit out, do your analysis. If it goes, it goes. You go check if it was a good position or not. If it wasn't, because you will find, hey, it did work out, but it's not the best now that I look at the analysis. You know, 30 minutes is good, then we can. Yeah, once 30 closes or one, it's going to be the same. 30 and 1 hour is going to both close at the same time. So you want the 1 hour above, you want the 30 above. That will create a 15-minute resistance. You probably want a 5-minute closing above that resistance to give you the breakout, and that'll probably be the setup. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the plan, enjoyed the analysis. If you did, please do leave a like on the stream. 300 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate it. FOMC day. Let's see what's going on here, and we take it from there. NQ better long play. LTA to the left, closing above 4 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, it will be the same, but which one has volume, right? NQ doesn't always have volume during London, but it makes sense, you know. Only problem with NQ is obviously this impulsive move up here. We are about to fill the gap, so it looks like it doesn't want to make its way into this gap here. But sometimes NQ likes to do a little nasty liquidity grab first to fill some of this range. So the thing is, you can avoid that by waiting for the 1 hour close. And then after the 1 hour close, you can look for like a 5-minute closing above or leaving this zone. But this is normally a threat when we have, especially this small gap here and the way this pushed up impulsively. You know what I mean? The way this pushed up impulsively, it can be a little bit of a threat. And that's it. Setup 2 looking nice on GJ. Let's see what GJ is saying. Yeah, even GJ is forming a setup 2 here as well. See how the 1 hour is closing? 1 hour will close bullish here. So it has to close back out the range. 30-minute will form bearish. Yeah, everything seems to be setting up a little bit early. Even the setup one here. So you have to make a choice which one you want to take. For me, I like DAX. More exciting at all-time high. Especially if this is just going to be a setup 3. Could be a nice setup 3 if we get a good bottom wick. Spread is high. Yeah, but it should calm down now. After Frankfurt Open, we should see a drop. So I'll wait for a bottom wick. Spread is still high for me. So this is where the bottom wick has to come. When the bottom wick comes, spread should drop. It is still high though. So we do have 1 hour close above now, 30 close above, 15 close above. Spread has not dropped yet for me. So I'm just waiting for spread to drop. Go half on both. Well, the problem is I'm only gonna risk what I made yesterday. I'm gonna risk 0.5. Yesterday I made 0.65, so I'm gonna risk 0.5 because we're coming end of month. I want to preserve. Okay, spread dropped now. Spread dropped. Yeah, if this flips, I'm gonna take a buy break of high for myself. Now the spread has dropped. If this just dumps like this, yeah, we'll have to wait maybe for a 5 minute. We'll see. How much spread for you? 50. 50 is like 0.5 pips, basically no spread. Where do you put stops? Wherever this wick forms. Big candle? No, below this wick. I really would not expect it to go and re-break its own low. I enter these with limit order or market. No, limit order, you can't enter this with a limit order because limit order price, you have to put it somewhere where price is below. So this would be a buy stop, right? Because price is going to break that. A limit would be, let's say you wanted to fill down, you know. If this closes like this, below this support, I'm just gonna wait for a 5 close above breakout. Instead of buying at this resistance. But we'll see, 1 minute. Yeah, this is even closing below 4 hour now. So this is closing back inside of the range. So I'm going to delete this buy stop. Yeah. Deleted the buy stop. Closing below 4 hour now. So I just wait for a simple breakout now. You keep safe waiting for that bottom wick. So it's nothing, nothing crazy here. Hope feeling better? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Since yesterday, I've been feeling a lot better. So yeah, keep it nice and simple now. Avoid the drawdown. And just wait. Wait for this 5 to close above. Especially with this closing back in 4 hour, you know, you take a risk that price goes, retest the highs, you get triggered, boom, and then dumps. So I want to see a 5 minute make a support or something. May have missed you, but any reason not to look at gold sales on 1 hour? Oh, I have not looked at gold. I'm looking at DAX at the moment. So I haven't seen how gold has closed. Let's have a look at gold. Yeah, it makes sense. No bottom wick though. No bottom wick would have put me off. Want to share good news? I got funded yesterday, top 1 trader. Oh, amazing work, man. Congrats, congrats. Make sure to share it. Motivation Achievements. Well done, man. That is great. Show me your gold chart. Yeah, we just looked at it. Harry, if support and resistance is formed and the next candle is higher or lower than the next, which high or low do I mark? You mark based on bodies, not on wicks. DAX on my broker, that 5 minute close above 4 hour. Doesn't matter. The 5 minute is still closing bearish below the structure that was made here. This 5 minute close here is a bearish 5 minute close. It's showing me resistance. If we look at price action, Price pushed up, pushed down, tried to go up again, and then failed again. So if this didn't fail, this would have been your support candle. If the body is higher, lower than the other, I always take the conservative approach and I mark the one lower. Alright, just now your plan on taking flip, where would that be? Well, it's not. I'm not taking that anymore. Are you asking if I was? Current candle wick. Because I wanted it to be below the previous 15, like a 15-minute setup one. But it came down and already broke that zone, so you just have to extend it to where the new wick is. And then you wouldn't expect that to break it because you're even putting it back in the range, back below that. Otherwise, next stop loss will be below here, makes no sense. GJ is falling, not for me. Is it falling? Let's go have a look at GJ. Wouldn't consider that falling yet. No 5-minute structure in this push. So if this can create 5-minute structure, this is good. 30-minute close doji, which is not a good close. Didn't close below my line the way I drew it. But technically, if we draw it at the bodies here, oof, just close below. As to failing. No, it needs 5-minute structure anyways. Let's see how that close unbroken. Because it's valid now if it's going to create structure, but I just want to see if it actually closed below and broke it because it's tight. Yeah, it did. But it's not back in that previous range. So if you look at the original breakout range, this is the original breakout range. We retested this range here, then we bounced off it, we came back here. Now it's still retesting this whole zone here. This whole zone here is tricky. This whole zone. Where we retested. You can see, boom, 5-minute retested it perfectly. So something closing below there valid, like a 5-minute. Now that you have 5-minute structure, right? Because we need to see change of direction. We've had higher lows basically. We've broken this. Now we want to see, okay, can we make a lower high? If no lower high comes, then it's not going to be valid anyways. Especially with the weak 30-minute. You need a stronger 30-minute than that. If the 30 is going to close. 30 is closing doji. If you look at these doji closes, they don't work too well. Let me show you these doji closes. I'm seeing bullish examples. I'm trying to find a bearish example. Doji bearish close at setup 2. Well, this is one, but this is a news candle here, so we can't count it. Here you can see this doji close ended up failing before it went down. Here's a doji close, but again never broke the low, so see this doji close with some headache. This one came almost to stop loss until this candle close bearish gave the continuation. You can see the big candle closes are good. Big candle closes are good. Was this the confluence you were planning on? Didn't break the high, looks like a rejection wick. Why does this look like a rejection wick? Doesn't look like a rejection wick. This is just a small wick. Yo, you mean then, okay, but you drew it on the top wick. How am I supposed to know? Read your mind? Yes. Set up 3, bro. Set up 3. Dak said no. Yeah, I'm looking at the price, but we kept safe. You know, this is exactly what I mean. Fake outs. We're very lucky it didn't break the high first and then did this. But that's the power of bottom wicks. Like, people can hate at bottom wicks, but that's the power of them. They save you in this situation. You know, they save you well. So I'm still excited actually, because this is just grabbing liquidity. And this is what I want to see happen. Because if this is going to grab liquidity, then we should be able to still see the breakout. Now, again, remember I showed you that example of where we break all-time high and then we reverse for the day. That's still possible. Today, I might even try setup 2, right? Because we broke all structure. We can just do very simple higher lows. And even if price wants to fail today, if you're getting in somewhere here, even if it fails here, you're not going to lose the trade. So I quite like that idea. We'll just see if DAX gives it to us though. Because sometimes it does this. You see this? Instead of this. This is what we want. Right? We want these candles, these support candles to form. These support candles to form. This support candle to form. This is what we want. But sometimes it does this. Which is you wait for the support candle and it does it in one candle. If that's the case, then we're taking breakouts. If not, then that's it. A shame is... How did gold do? Gold no bottom wick is causing it issues now. This is the problem with this frickin' zone. And this is what made me uncomfortable. Yes, based on 1 hour, it makes sense. Very clean on 1 hour. But no bottom wick is always a threat. It sometimes ruins the probabilities just like it ruined it here. Right? No bottom wick came. Broke all the lows. Reversed. Grabbed liquidity. Then went. So sometimes it causes probabilities to be messed up. But the problem is basing this trade on a 15-minute is tough because there's so much support and resistance here. You don't know which one it's going to reject. You know? Also FOMC day, guys, today. So be careful, right? FOMC day historically can be somewhat inconsistent. Oh yeah, there. GJ said it. DJ Khalid said it, bro. So it can somewhat be inconsistent. But based on 1 hour, it has a chance. Because if you base this on higher time frame, you have a lot more room. What's stop loss here? 31 pips is a lot cleaner to have a 31 pip stop loss. You have structure in between that. But again, bottom wick. Want to see that on broker. Broker has no bottom wick. Maybe broker has and we're missing something. No, broker also closed without. That's interesting. I was gonna do something and now I forgot it now. Yeah. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. I hate to say it, but part of the game. If you guys do it, then I don't ask, because then it's just easy for me. A plus 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 with 0.25 risk? Damn, bro, that's a bit... Might as well at least 0.5. What are the consideration for one to take a trade in a range of maybe more than 40 pips? Don't expect it maybe to fill that whole range in one candle, right? And have better targets, you know, higher time frame maybe a little bit. Check your higher time frame zones. Check this out. So this is what we wanted to see for GJ, potential continuation down. I'd love to see this 15 close like this here. This would be great. You could just pop stop loss above the high. That would make a lot of sense. Now we have the confirmation of structure formed. This would close below, but it's 11 minutes. So we're going to see how that forms. We're going to see how that forms. Do you guys like this new color that TradingView is doing? What would we call this color? It's a brown, I guess. It's a brown. I do like it, to be honest. I don't mind it. I think black you can't go wrong with, right? It's just very, very, very straightforward color. This color is clean, but I don't know if everyone would like it. I still have the same, really? Harry, is there a magnetic pull to create a bottom wick when price leaves high low without bottom wick? Does price magnetic pull back to the low? No, it's normally when price closes, the candle that closes, the next candle, if the next candle opens with no bottom wick or no top wick, it likes to make one. You know, there's times when it doesn't. If you're trading futures, sometimes, you know, you don't have to worry too much about that because futures represents wicks in a different way. As in, it opens on a gap up, which is kind of like a wick. I find it better. I'm scared to refresh. Refresh it. I dare you. Do it. Do it. Stop talking about the color. I almost forgot about it. Refresh it. I like it. Change is good. Change is good. I'm talking about DAX. Look at previous high low, 5 minute no bottom wick, previous high low, no bottom wick. Yep, but you can see that we came back to make wicks, right? But when the candle is closed, the probability is not as much there, right? So it's mainly when the candle is open, it creates that. But this is considered a wick though. It is considered a wick. This is not considered a wick. Next candle came grab liquidity but failed to continue, so it's really bad. Not bad, not bad, he did it. Harry, do you always take impulsive entry? I don't take impulsive entries. It's quite the opposite. What's interesting is they don't go for a Discord colors. Look at Discord color. They've done it kind of darker with a little bit of brown they've added. That's what's interesting. But anyways, let's go see these plans. Sell on the setup 2. Yeah, but like we said, we need to see more sells below. Probably too late by the time we reach there. Go plan, clean buys above. Don't really like any selling option. Maybe 30 minute below here. Fair enough. Yeah, that's valid. Buys on close above, change the structure back down. Fair enough. Yeah, I like that as well. That would make more sense. DAX breakouts. Breakout sells. Yeah, sells actually are not out of the question. Are not out of the question. But see, early shot, I don't like the early shot, early breakout. You have to say, okay, after Frankfurt. Yep, I like you identified that. Buys above. Sells. There's potentially a vision of buys. Actually, nah. Change my mind now. I'm gonna say earlier buys. Maybe, yeah, above here is possibility, right? 2060 now. If that's gonna happen. Problem is, which support does it react off? Are you planning to buy or sell on GBP JPY? If this candle closes below here, would make more sense for me to sell. 3 buys. You need to mention you need structure here. You can't just say that. Set up 5 sells I like, but the buys you need to say, okay, I want structure then buys, because just buying if it closed above there, not gonna be smart. It's only 11 pip range, you know. Would have been a planned trade, but we'll watch and see how it pans out. Too early to enter with confidence. Wick fill at all-time high. Weak setup entry. Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't take it. So that's how it is. Gold sells would have returned 1-to-1. Yeah, why didn't you take it, bro? Should have taken it if it would have returned. And it wouldn't have returned because there's no plan on a 15-minute, right? No bottom wick. So it wouldn't have returned a 1-to-1. Because the only way you could take this is on, I would say, a 30-minute lowest time frame. Even 30-minute is not the cleanest because then you're selling into this support here. So you take it on a 1 hour. So 1 hour, maybe it's almost there. 31 pips for 17 pips. Almost. Almost. But no. I have bottom wick. I didn't have in broker and on this trading view, so it's double. Double, no bottom wick. If you had bottom wick though, you're still taking it on a, based on a 30-minute would be better. Because this stop loss placement here is a bit rough. You can see how close it came to stops. You know? 50-minute no LTA. Yeah, you're just trying to rely on the 1 hour. That's the whole point of this trade. You're trying to rely on the 1 hour. To be honest, this was the best trade up here. This was clean as day. Doesn't get simpler than this. This is very nice. Rejects, grabs liquidity, that fails, then it closes below. Boom. Clean trade. But this is not in my session time. What is that, 8:30? No, not at the charts then. That was nice. Also set up 2 on the 15-minute. Interesting setup that. See in 4 minutes if GJ can close below. We shall see, we shall see. Mixed buyers, look for structure choppy at buys at the moment. Yes. Mixed buyers sell not clean zone. Buys above are far. Yeah, I agree with the C. The sells, I mean, yes, it does look like it wants to sell, but we have to base it on that 1 hour because, man, we don't know. We don't know which one it's going to reject. Same like back here, right? It rejected this one and gave a nasty little pullback, right? Like, it makes sense, no doubt about that. Sells make sense. Was a plan to have a nice close. If I got a nice close below here and it returned a bottom wick on my broker, I would have taken that. Then I agree, 100% Merkel. 15-minute would be valid. It wouldn't be valid because it didn't have a bottom wick on my broker and on Tradingview as well. Anytime I have a double no bottom wick, it puts me off. You know? And anyways, I would have ran 30-minute stops because of just the way the 30, you know. It's a choppy zone. You're kind of gambling, does it react? We don't know. Right now, it can react off any one of these supports. This one here, this one here. I would have been break even in this trade if you actually believe me or not, and I'm going to explain why. I know in hindsight it looks good, but 100% I would have been break even. You know why I would have been break even? Because this is how this trade would have gone. So let's say this has a bottom wick. Would have taken an entry, breaking this low. Break even would be the support, just like how this support had a big reaction. I would say, okay, I don't know if it's going to react there, but if I'm going to base it on a 15 with small stop loss, I need to be careful because that can stop me out. So I would have said break even at this support, and this next candle actually would have tapped that support there. You can see this 15-minute. That would have moved me to move stops to break even. I would have moved stops to break even after about 9 pips. And then we would have seen price reverse here. I would have felt good about it. Although it did continue, that wick there could have just tapped me out, especially with my stop loss above the high. So when I'm reviewing this trade, I would have been out break even because if I'm basing it on a 15-minute. If I'm basing it on a 30, no. No. I would have to manage with a 15-minute candle closing back in the range. So this candle might have, if this closed any higher, yeah, I would have to close at a loss. I would actually back inside this range, because if you see what price has been doing, it's been respecting lows, potentially now again respect lows, and that could actually be an entry if we get that set up, because now this will create an LTA, candles will pull back, you trade back down to tap this target. Same as this trade, same as this trade, same kind of idea here, but it didn't come through the same way. One minute for this candle to close, not looking like it wants to close below, but it's also not going up, so it needs to make a decision. Needs to make a decision, Mr. GJ. Hey man, do you have separate videos about explaining different setups like 1 and 2? Yeah, watch my free course on YouTube. It's a very good video, and not many people do this. Most people, you have to pay $500 for basic information. If you'd like to give me $500 for basic information, be my guest. But you guys don't even give me a like on the stream, so, you know, I'm not gonna get that. How do you properly read and understand charts? I'm teaching myself right now, but my problem is really understanding the charts and knowing when to enter and exit. Any tips? Yes, having a plan, bro. So again, I'm gonna recommend you the same video, the free course. It's gonna take you through. Once you watch the free course, watch some of the specific stuff. Like if you're struggling with entries, I would recommend watching my most recent video. This is a simple entry strategy that everyone should know, right? Already got 1% today. I think I'm done for the day. USD JPY, yeah, 1% is great, man. That's the way to run it, man. Congrats. You know, Euro USD was my first pair. What's the first pair I ever placed a trade on? I think in terms of live account, first trade I ever placed, I don't remember my first trade I ever placed. I don't know if that's a bad thing or shit. I don't remember. Might have been gold. I know on demo it was gold. Or USD CAD. But yes, Euro USD I used to trade. Yes, actually no, you're right. It was either GU or EU, I'm sure. I'm sure it was GU or EU, for sure. Yeah, GU or EU, for sure. $50-minute candle close doji here. Not showing us buy pressure, not showing us... Showing me more sell pressure than buy pressure at the moment, but that could change with this candle. Again, I would love to see a 15-minute candle close below. That would be give me the confirmations I need. 5-minute tough because of this support here. So even if we get a 5-minute close below, 30-minute candle is closed bullish. Okay, and this is where people miss out. So you might be so, what is it called? Tunnel visioned on the lower time frame. You forget that, hey, 30-minute just closed bullish. So is it supporting my sells now to go on a 5? Probably not, because now you have 1 hour bullish, 30-minute bullish, 15 doji, 5-minute still bullish structure. We have a lower high, but we don't have lower low. So we need that 15. If the 15 closes below, now we have 15 bearish, 30 will still be bullish, 1 hour bullish, but that's what I mean. It's minimum, right? Minimum, we need the 15 close below, because then we can argue, okay, 15 close below, we are breaking now below 30, and we have 5-minute break of structure, which we haven't had. You know? It may sound silly, but I can't see for FOMC on Forex Factory. How do I read it? It's probably because it's tomorrow for you based on your time zone. Based on your time zone, it's probably tomorrow. So check the next day, 12 a.m. or something. How's DAX doing? Cool. If DAX can also create support from here, look for buys. Hey mate, how are you? Can you please share analysis on Dixie for this week? Thanks in advance. Yeah, for sure. I actually did a whole breakdown at the beginning of the stream, so make sure to check that out. I broke down FOMC, its effect on the dollar, how the dollar will be affected. I don't really want to repeat all of that because I went into depth for everyone for free on the effect of FOMC, right? So that's what I would recommend you watch. It's literally right at the beginning of the stream. It's like maybe a 5-minute segment. You know, FOMC will be interesting, man, because they're expecting to keep rates the same today, right? They're expecting to keep rates the same, and we can kind of see the buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Dixie has been coming down. I expect them to keep rates the same. I expect the speeches not to say much. I expect them to be very neutral. If this happens and that, traders will make a decision. And then what I expect to see is basically maybe dollar pump up initially, and then we start to see a retracement on the dollar. Very potential. But if they, in the unlikely case, which I will be shocked, if they do reduce rates, then you're going to see a very, very heavy push down on the dollar. What's this? Made my first $100 trading Forex. Nice. Look, message above. Which message above? 7 months ago, all this money was made from random trades, and I lost it all in one sitting because I thought I was unstoppable. Yep. Typical, right? Typical. It's always the way. And this is what's made, people can get lucky in the markets, but they don't get lucky overall, and then it sustains, right? How can I archive good RR trading zone to zone because my win rate is about 50%? Well, your win rate is 50% because you're trying to achieve or archive high risk to reward. If you're trying to archive high risk to reward, it's not going to work, brother. You need to focus on what the hell does the charts say. Okay? Because the charts are going to tell you where you need to take profits. The charts are going to tell you where you need to close your trade. I think your English is also 50%. Poor guy, man. His English not his first language. Closed my runner from yesterday on gold. Yeah, not bad, man. That's a beautiful runner, actually. Beautiful runner. Let's see how I would have closed it. If I was at the charts, this 1 hour break-off structure, I would have trailed stop loss to below this, and this would have got me out. Because price has to respect these lows. That's the way I would have trailed. Yeah, that's what I would have done. It's too much 30 supports, man. I don't know. It's a tough zone. I love a setup 2 here would be... Wow. That'd be juicy as hell, man. Give me a sec, guys. Just gonna go to toilet, come back. So someone write in chat, toilet breaks are a disaster in the market most of the times. Relax, brother, relax. It's not my fault. You think set and forget can work if there's no support and resistance levels that will tap LTA one-to-one over managing? Yes, you can do that for sure, but just make sure stop is in a good place. So let me give you an example of where that won't work, okay? So let's say you're doing that idea on this close, or yesterday gold, you're doing this idea on this candle close here. It's not going to work set and forget, because even though this is clean range here, or clean up till here, the problem is that your stop loss is just not below structure. It's not in a part where you can't actively manage the trade. Whereas if you took a trade like, let's say, this type of trade, this close below here, and you put stop loss above the candle high here, it's a little bit better, but the way where it will really work is when you put it above structure, because even if it comes down in profit, comes back, retests, come down, you're going to survive it, right? So it's dependent on stop loss placement. DAX is looking a little bit tricky, eh? Beautiful fake out. I'm so happy I'm not part of that. Honestly. Hey bro, do you analyze UJ as well? I don't trade UJ myself, no. But you can tell me what you're looking at. One hour Fibonacci on gold 6.18 retracement suggests good buy zone 2045 to 2050. It's a 50 pip range you have on your buy zone. It's a big range of 50 pips, man. For me, a 50 pip trade today, I'll be happy, bro. I'm done with my day for that 50 pip trade. So it's a big range you have there. 3 minutes for this candle to close below. Let's hope it doesn't do it in one sweep here, because there's not even a 5-minute close here. So I hope it doesn't do it in one sweep. Just 1 minute candle. This is a random 1 minute candle here. Don't really like to be selling right after this type of 1 minute candle, you know. All of this accumulation for just this 1 minute candle to come is fishy. Like, it doesn't make any sense, you know. This is something you can't really do much about. Because look at this. Oh, look how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the point. Like 20 plus minutes here of price action to be reversed by one 1 minute candle off nowhere. You know, it's not like it's rejecting a high or something. Harry, can one trade both in London and NY? Of course. Just curious to know your professional analysis. UJ after it retraced the weekly and now consolidating in the same 200 pip range. Yeah, but that 200 pip range is tradable, right? Income tax is gone in the US since last night. No, I'm sure there's going to be some form of income tax for sure. It's a huge revenue loss. Indeed, but the executive order was given. Yeah, but I need to read more. I'm sure it's not as black and white as, okay, all income tax is gone. Look at this rejection wick it's leaving. It's even possible it closes back in the range. It's possible. It's possible. No 1 minute structure. This would have just caught out a shit ton of people. A lot of people would have lost. FOMOing in at the break of the lows. Oh my god, I can tell you how many impulsive traders are in on that. Crying now. Do you believe bots can tell you when to sell or buy and it plays out? What bots? Income tax plus IRS gone and IST exchange for state sale tax. It's a huge revenue loss. Huge revenue loss. Trading bots? No. Most of them know, they're not going to tell you that. Wow. Close back in the range. Why waiting for closures? Very, very important. Please, I want to bypass. There's no buy. You can't bypass a funded challenge. You have to pass a funded challenge. You can't bypass it. Super important for trading too. Well, yeah, of course, people can keep their trading income, but unless trading income is considered as capital gains, though. Can I do that by after joining the mentorship program? Yes, but you have to put in the work, right? You have to focus, learn the strategy. You have to make sure that you're putting in work. You don't just join the program and all of a sudden you've passed an account. It doesn't work like that. It's not magic. I'm full-time trading now. There is no plan B for me. I'm a little stressed when things go wrong. Any tip to manage? Stop full-time trading. That's my tip. If you're stressed when things are going wrong because you need to pay a bill, you're not ready to be a full-time trader, and that's fact. Full-time trading is great, but you need to have the financial cushion for full-time trading because things will go wrong. Things go wrong for me sometimes, you know? But I don't let that stress me because I have a financial cushion I built, you know? You can't full-time trade if you're trying to be paycheck to paycheck. It's too much. You need a financial cushion. Then you can full-time trade fully relaxed. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a financial cushion and you're still stressed because you're not making income, then you need to learn the skill, you know? Like a savings account? Yes. Either you have savings, like 1 year worth of savings, or you have another income source. Could be from anything you've set up. Maybe you opened a business earlier on. Maybe you do contract work on the side. You know, whatever you do, you just need to have that. Because if you're gonna full-time trade paycheck to paycheck, what if the market becomes shit? Like, it's possible. You don't hear an investor saying, oh, the market, you know, an investor never says that. You know, like that's things outside of your control. And then if you had to go adapt your strategy and learn a new strategy to trade the market when it's changed, you're just going to end up losing. Now it's worse to lose than not to make money. And that's the what people don't understand in this market is that you need to be in a situation where if you don't know what you're doing, you don't lose money. Not that you don't know what you're doing, you lose money, try to make back the money and lose even more money, which is most of the situation people are in. You know? So, stressed? Normal. You're a trader. You should be stressed. If you're not stressed trading, good. But probably if you're trading at a level which includes a financial risk that is significant in your life, you will be somewhat stressed. It's the job you sign up for. It's not a stress. It's more of a, I don't know what I would call it. Like, I'm not stressed while trading, but I wouldn't say I'm feeling relaxed or it's, you know, I'm relaxed in a trade, I'm calm. Yeah, it's like a pressure. I guess that's the point. You know, you feel something. You're putting risk on something. You're putting risk. You feel the risk. It's more me wanting to be right than the actual monetary. Impulsive traders are getting destroyed. Oh, they were destroyed fully. Fully destroyed. DAX could set up 2 here. 5 minute has potential to set up 5. I don't know how much I trust to set up 5 here. Might be the one that goes though. What is stop below the range? 20 points. I wonder if it's enough, this 5 minute setup 5. I wonder if it's enough. DAX in the range is dodgy. Yeah, we would just rely on today it breaking out. It's not closing above anyways. What did you do before trading? I was in school, and as a side hustle in school, I would call myself a flipper. Just to flip shit. That's it. Flip to make more money. That was fun. That's the best skill I learned, is how to sell. How to find some, that's the best way I learned to sell. And I recommend anyone who's young and looking for a side hustle, literally go to everyone in this world is looking for something to sell. They want to sell something. Go to them and offer to sell it for them and take a commission. Could be anything. They want to sell a sofa, they want to sell a car, they want to sell whatever, a TV. So go say, they said, listen, I need you to take this off my hands. I'm trying to sell this. Check how much they want, discuss a commission price, and go out and sell it for them. Because they're not doing that, right? Now, this is the best skill you're going to learn, to go and learn how to sell something, you know? It's going to be a very important, bring you confidence to go speak to people. It's going to bring you ideas of how, you know, all of this stuff. What did you sell? I sold everything, bro. Mostly shoes, but yeah, the light business wasn't making money though. Light business eventually failed. It was break even and then eventually just failed. I closed it. You know, it was good, it made some money, but then I reinvested the money. So that eventually failed though. So I was selling shoes, I was selling anything my friends wanted to sell, like their dirt bike, anything that someone needed to get rid of. Lights was a solo thing, yes. Had a friend as well who I went to school with. We did it together though. Here it's really good to sell someone else's car, take commission, especially when person wants to get it sold, doesn't care much about the money. Yeah, but you know, especially like an item like a car, a lot of people want to sell cars. If you're selling like a 10k car, 500 bucks is good. It's good pay to just go and flip that, you know? Like, it's just a good skill you guys have to learn. Like, I don't get people who complain that it's hard to make money these days. You're not putting in enough work, or you're just lazy or shy. Like, you have to get out there and do stuff. Like, yeah, you might not be making as much money as you wanted, but money doesn't come easy in the beginning. It takes a lot of work, you know? It takes a lot of work. Like, you have to just, like, it's super easy to, like, literally do this. Okay, I'm giving you guys gems. Go on your local selling website, eBay, whatever it is. Find an item that you know you can sell. Maybe you have friends or you know where to go to sell that item. Call the person who put their number trying to sell it and say, hey, I'm just doing side hustles. Would you be interested in me selling your item? Cold call, direct. Confidence, sell yourself, learn to speak. No hesitation. I was just wondering. No. Confidence. Hey, I saw you had an ad listed for XYZ. I was wondering if you want me to help you sell that item and we could work out a little commission. I could get it moved fast. And if I don't sell it, you don't lose anything. Most of the time they say yes. Because what do they lose? no risk for them. You know, boom, instant commission. And if not, you call the next person. You do that from home. And as soon as someone says yes, boom, you go to your network. If you don't have a network, you start to build one. Right? How do you sell it then if they couldn't? Because you're going face to face. You're going to people. You're going to places where people might need that. You're doing better work on advertising. You're taking better pictures. Whatever it may be. Depends on the item. You might see a car that someone posted, put 2 photos of that car. You go to that person and you see there's 2 photos, car's not moving. Because it's maybe a $10,000 car. So you go to them and say, hey, would you be interested in me selling a car? Yes. Would you mind if I come and take some photos because I need to post the ad in a certain way? Boom. You go and you take good photos. Everyone has a mobile phone these days. No one can complain they don't have a mobile phone. This is enough to take good photos. Go watch a YouTube video of how to, how to take good photos. That's it. Post it in group chats. Get in WhatsApp groups. Look at this. I have WhatsApp group from a long time ago. Where I told you I used to resell. Okay. And people in here are selling all types of stuff. But they sell it for B2B prices, right? We got shoes, watches. Look, people are selling watches in here. People are selling shoes, collector's items, you name it. Look, this is M&M shoes. These ones are like, I don't know, like $20,000, $5,000. Anything you can imagine. People selling tickets in here. People selling when F1 comes by. You name it, man. You name it, you know. Watches, everything. This is from long time ago. I still keep the group. You never know when you need it. You know? Trouble with that is that everyone thinks you're a scammer. How are you scamming? You're the one not doing the transaction, right? You're just putting the buy, your middleman. So you can't scam because they lose nothing. Give me a sec, I really need to take this call. difficulty this GJ setting up. If this doesn't close below after I cut the phone in his face, this is going to be a disaster. Okay, what do we have here? 1 hour candle closing bearish, 30-minute candle closing bearish. Yeah, breaking this low could be an option here. What is stops looking like? That's the only thing I don't like is the stops. 24 pips is not a good stop, you know, for the target we have. 18 pips. Where else could I run stops? Minimum I can run stops is above this highs here, 21 pips for 19. How many languages do you speak? I speak Arabic as well. Enough to get by. Well, it's considerably okay. This is hard because I don't know if it's worth the risk to reward, but if it pushes through the support, it will work. See how DAX is closed here. So London Open gave this push up. We retested this resistance right now. Setup 2 is there on 30. Setup 2 is there on 15. What is stops looking like? Rebreak of this high. 32 for 19. Man. Like this, I prefer the breakout, to be honest, you know? Like this, I prefer the breakout. Nice top wick on GJ. We can use current candle stops. Yeah, this is good top wick. Yeah, this would be valid. Not even current candle, we could probably use the 5-minute range high stops, right? Greetings from India, myself, Trader 2, legendary trader. Oh wow, sir, thank you. FOMC gold up or down? My students very nervous in Telegram. 4 pip spread on GJ? No way GJ has 4 pip spread. How much on IC? 0.7 pips on IC. 4 pip spread is nuts. That's not worth it then. If you have 4 pip spread, you can't trade GJ right now. There's a lot going on. Ooh, DAX is pushing here as well. Let's see. We might see DAX breakout. I don't know which one to choose, DAX or GJ here. On flip, no, you have to take a break of this low, which is a 30-minute low. It's valid on this low. You could try run current candle stop. DAX looks like it wants to make a run through the highs here. Yeah, if this DAX can close bearish here, next one close above. Why didn't you take the S2 buys? It was London Open, the S2 buys. So I could have taken it re-break of the high, but I didn't think the stop loss was worth it. Stop loss was about 33 pips, 33 points. To get here is 19 points. It's enough to get to break even. Right now I would have been at break even probably, you know. Setup 2 is fine, but it's London Open. You can't take it at London Open, right? You need to take it after the London Opens, because London Open can gap up, gap down. So when London Open, it spiked up here to this resistance, which is the 4-hour resistance. So once it spiked up, rejected 4-hour resistance, when it reflipped, broke its high, you could take it there. But I was also looking at GJ while that was happening. So I just have to choose one now. But I would have taken it probably re-break of high, break even where we are now, and just hold. And just hold. So you just have to make a choice, GJ or gold, you know? I'm not gold, sorry, DAX. Hi, when I use PipLabs today, the data from 7 to 11 a.m. Europe time zone is missing each day. It just skips directly from 7 to 11. Yeah, we identified that. This is when we uploaded the new data. Yesterday, if you saw the announcement in the PipLabs Discord, if you see the PipLabs and then go to announcements here, you'll see we just deployed brand new data feed to address loading times. That data feed has a gap. It's going to be fixed in maybe 1 hour, 2 hours maximum. Maximum. Only other way is I risk 2%. I risk 1% today on both. Man. $21 pips for 19 pips. It's enough. You can get definitely to break even. It's tough which one to choose. Which one to choose? Have to make a choice. Probably DAX higher probability, general uptrend on higher time frame. Yeah, but does it break out, right? DAX could just stay in the range. DAX could also stay in the range. Now nice structure will be formed on DAX. If the next one closes above, it's juicy. This is juicy if the next 5 closes above. Should take both maybe. We'll try GJ half risk break of low, and then if DAX sets up, I'll also take that, I guess. Break even around the 4 hour. Alright, that triggered me on broker. What the hell? Where's my... Why is TradingView doing this bug, man? That's nuts, this bug. Alright, nice push already. Beautiful. Gonna be moving stops. It's just a straight push already. I don't want to move to break even too fast. Yeah, I'll be mental break even, but I don't want to move to break even too fast as we come into this zone. So I'll tell you how I manage. But it's moving good so far. So I'm gonna watch, if this comes back to entry, I'm gonna watch what happens around that zone. I expect it to respect this 4-hour zone. That's what I'm gonna watch here. So let's see. Definitely hard break even at the support, as that is your target here. 1-to-1 is gonna be a little bit below the support here. Yeah, around somewhere here is a 1-to-1. Alright, closed above the 4-hour. See if we can get below these lows here. Where's that 1-hour support? Let's go, GJ. Come on. Once we tap the 1-hour support, actually once we tap this 5-minute support here, I'm fully hard break even. Around here, I'm anyways sort of break even anyways, so if this comes back to entry, I'm not holding drawdown. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move to break even here, guys, because I'm seeing one nice 1-minute structure formed as well. So I move stops to break even, full break even. 1-minute structure form, it shouldn't need to reverse from that structure. Let's see if we can, what it does at this. Hopefully we can just push a bit past it. We're kind of towards this previous daily support zone now. So we need to be cautious around here. We could get retracement, so it makes sense to go break even here. I want a little bit more to close some profits. At least 20 pips here for it to make sense. What did I say, about 15 pips here? So yeah, a little bit more for it kind of to make sense, but we're gonna see. We are gonna see. Now, if it makes sense for you, you should be taking profits at this support here, because this is technically on the chart. If we start to reject this support, this is a technical target where it makes sense profits should be taken. All right, so this is something I might have to consider. And now we're pushing through it. If we start to get above it, let's go, GJ, a little bit more. Come on, GJ. Don't reject now. Let's go. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, GJ. Oh, 1-minute candle needs to close below. 1-minute candle doesn't close below. I probably will close here. See if we can get it. Okay, 1 minute didn't close below. I'm gonna actually close there. I know it's early close, but it didn't close below. So it's kind of, I wanted to see the continuation there. I wanted to see the continuation. So they are gonna close below. Oops. And that's it. That's it. So yeah, that's the trade, guys. That is the trade. So close for about, I would say 19, that was 18 then. So we tried to get, we saw a total of 20, but I wanted a little bit extra push. But yeah, good trade. I like the trade there. Idea made sense, executed on it, and that's about it. So congrats if you took it, followed the plan here, and yeah, great. You know, great. That's it. So we'll see. Just taking out this low now. 5-minute candles, no pullbacks, you know. I think it makes sense as a safe target. It can probably give the 1-to-1 here, but we don't know. Only 0.76 RR. That's you must have had to. You must have entered late, bro. There's no way. Must have entered late. I hesitated bad. I don't know why. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, no need to hesitate. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this TP, guys. I'm happy with this TP, to be honest. This is 1 hour setup 2. Yeah, setup 5, 15 minute. 1 hour setup 2, yeah. So yeah, clean trade, guys. I'm happy with that. Just about same as yesterday. Made about 0.5 there. Look, now it's flipping here, so TP shows it's accurate. The question is if this is going to continue, because you did get the 1 minute close below. So I'm interested as a price action standpoint if it respects this 1 minute structure and continues down. That's what I'm interested in. Does it respect this structure and continue down? That's what I'm interested to see. How does it act there, right? And that's it. So, to be honest, where we closed here is probably the best we get. I mean, what are we missing out on? 1.4 pips? Yeah, it's pretty accurate. But price action told us that, you know, price action told us. And sometimes it can push through, which we gave it a chance to do so, and it still can. It still can if this wants to make a lower high, but we don't know how deep this retracement can come. It could stop us out. It can stop us out a break even before it even was to continue lower potentially. So this is always why we need to be cautious like that. And yeah, happy with that, happy. Clean trade. Today, 29th. It's today the 29th, yes. GJ. Is this our first GJ trade of the year? I think we took one first, yeah. First trade of the year was GJ. A break even. 15 minute. We'll call this, yeah. This was an extended setup, setup 5 that was. 18 this was. It was a sell. Oh, look at that dump. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a good dump it did, huh? How much extra? It's not that much extra, to be honest. But yeah. Cool, man, cool. Give me a sec, guys. Just go to toilet, come back. But congrats to everyone who took that trade. And yeah, just come back in a second. I need to also call that person back, so give me a sec, I'll do that. Very apologies for these calls. It's a bit rude of me, but you know, sometimes you have to deal with some stuff. Good thing is I can trade between and still be locked in, and that's the power of having a plan, you know? That's the power of having a plan. But close the phone, tell him, listen, I'm busy, I'm about to enter a trade. Call him back. That's it. If I took the setup 2 on DAX, I would have been break even. Best case scenario. But you guys better leave a like for that. I'm seeing 430 people here, 190 likes only. Man, we are doing amazing. I'm very blessed for this January. Look at the TP. We couldn't complain about this TP here. This was a great TP. And leave a subscribe, share this stream with someone. You know, this is pure value here. Pure value. Very patient. We waited for this close here. Right? We waited very patiently. We didn't enter FOMO before. Everything was done. Everything was done patiently here, right? We then got the close. It made a beautiful top wick. We didn't rush into something. We analyzed a gold. We analyzed DAX. We analyzed GJ. We saw DAX. I made the decision to go into GJ. Made the decision to go into GJ. You know? 5-minute gave top wick after the close. It was good. It was good. No one's doing this on live like this every day, you know. It's very nice to see, because this is not always gonna be like this. I will lose. I've never taken so many trades. I think this is my most active month. Trump got me trading heavy, bro. Trump got me trading heavy. Harry, what's your percentage on your best January? My best January was minus 0.5%, 0.6%. That was my best January. I've in the last 2 years, my Januaries have been negative. This has beat my record by far. I'm actually very, like, I don't know. You guys might not care. I know you people don't care. I don't seem to impress the internet enough with what I do, but this has been an amazing January for me, and smash records through the roof. And that's all I can ask as a trader, is to have something like this, because this is very strong for me. I've never traded like this before. Like to ask what percentage? Huge congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll check the percentage of my account, but in terms of R, I think we're doing about 5R. I'll have to check. But in terms of percentage, I'll calculate. We can actually check. I'll give you R, because that's on my risk. Let's see what we got here. 1 and Y. Dex. Settings. Last month. No, not last month. This month. Custom. Yeah, it's about 4.5, 5R. I have percentage of the month, and you have percentage of the month. What do you mean? Pulsar Alt E, PC Alt E, percentage of the month. Yeah, but that's percentage. I'm doing R. This is not percent of my account. This is R of how much I risk. Risk being 1,000, right? That's my point. So this is not percentage. Percentage will be higher, right? Be like 9%, 10% or something, because I'm risking 2.1, 1% of the account, you know? So in terms of R, it's gonna be a little bit different number, right? That's how it works. So about 5 with commissions and stuff, about 5.2R. Not bad for January, man. Not bad for January, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, that's it, Joe. 5.2. If I'm looking at this, 5.2, which is good. You risk based on money you have out with your trading account. Your brokerage isn't loaded up too much. Yeah, I couldn't care though. That's the point, is I don't need that money in there. What is it? It's just a percentage. You have so much leverage, man. They give 1 to 500 leverage. I could literally do the same thing. I could literally do the same thing with even a 10K account, you know. I've done 12% risking 3% a trade. Wow, that's great. I'm thinking doing the same, no reason why not. Yeah, it makes no difference as long as you're comfortable with that dollar amount, right? That's more for funded, it's a complete different story. But once you get to personal, you don't need it. Yes, you'll see your account fluctuate a lot more. You need to make sure you're comfortable with that. But that also comes down to being comfortable with the dollar amount, am I right? Because if you're comfortable with the dollar amount, you don't care about fluctuations. Harry, what was your stops on this trade? Yeah, 22. Above current candle high. 5-minute ducks give a better SL placement. Yeah, if DAX wants to break out. Cheers, Bentley. Take care. As long as I do have the money in other areas, I'm comfortable with it. Planning to push risk in Feb anyways. Yeah, I think that's a consensus amongst. In February, you do double. Not margin. I will risk. I'm trying to decide if I want to go 1.5x or a whole 2x. Yeah, no worries, Mirko. You know, 2x. If I lose 2 trades in a row, I'm basically down. I only have like, so it's not. You don't have much lead room. You kind of need that first trade to go well. 1.75x, yeah, that's not bad as well. I was thinking to do a little number like that, you know, or fluctuate it, you know. I don't think fluctuating it is going to be bad. I do that now anyways. I fluctuate it. So I think fluctuating, because at my level, I know exactly what trades I can risk more and risk less. You know? But yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what the other pairs did here. Gold. What did gold? Wow. Alright. That's my point. At any point, it can pick a spot to finish the sells. I hope that proved my point. That at any point, it can pick a spot to finish the sells. That's what I was scared of, right? Is that the frickin' time you take a sell, it picks this support and this ends up being that. You know? I can't access PipLab's Discord. Any help? You need to verify yourself. Verify yourself. What's this? Automatically, I don't like it because there's no structure here. How does 5 minute? 5 minute will have structure in here. You need to close above 100%. If this can close bearish, next one close above, it's a lot better. Otherwise, I don't like it at FOMC day. Hi, you did not check my plan in Discord. Please do. No, I'm not checking your plan. Sorry, bro. Too bad. You have to stay without that today. You have to stay without that. That's what's happening. Yeah, we'll check it after stream. I need to review also Ammo's trade as well from his simulation session yesterday. That was my plan, to review that. Wait for gold. Gold, just leave gold right now. Gold is not clear at the moment. It needs some structure and then you can look to take more buys. That's how it's going to work on gold. So yeah. See, I missed some questions. When are you opening the? It's on the website. It's Monday. On the website. Read the website. What do you think about using trend lines? I found horizontal lines are non-argumentative, right? Because you could draw a trend line in different ways and you'd have to stick true to that and test that. But horizontal lines came more natural because you can't argue a 4-hour resistance. You can't say that's not a 4-hour resistance. The candles don't change. Hi, morning bro. Is the group open? Yep, same question. Answered that. Stream win rate. Yeah, stream win rate would have went up, but I'm not bothered to calculate it, so we just leave it at 76. It'd be like 76.4 or something like that. doesn't really matter. I don't really care about win rate. It's not reflective of much. I can push my win rate really high by taking tiny scalps and calling them wins, which most streamers do. By the way, they do. How do you find clean candles? By looking left, no support and resistance. And that's it. So I'm gonna head off now. Need to review some trades with the guys in the exclusive group. I want to do that. Make sure to leave a like, leave a subscribe, show up to tomorrow's stream. Take care, everyone. Trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right? Peace, peace. See you guys.